Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Marty. If it's your first time here, welcome. This channel is all about having fun, living a good life, having adventures, and a little bit of Disney here and there, right? So we are back here at the Disneyland Resort in Disneyland Park. It has been a minute since I have been here. Today is interesting because if you have a magic key, aka annual pass, which I don't, nobody is allowed in today. Not because it's not a blackout day, it's because nobody can get a reservation. Spring break, that's what I take this. So everybody in here, for the most part, I think, is paying a regular day ticket price. So it'll be interesting to see how busy the park is today. So far, I think it's going to be pretty busy because the lines inside are already over an hour. But I'm excited to see the new things here at Disneyland that I haven't seen in some time. Maybe get on some rides, do a little bit of shopping. Are you ready to have a magical day? I know I am. Let's go do this. The Main Street Magic Shop. Now, I used to absolutely love this store, but it does not look like how it used to. Remember, they used to have all these magic tricks up on the walls and the ceilings. Now it's just cards, basic stuff. Oh, actually, yeah. Let's go check out a magic trick.
I'm pretty sure you've seen these tricks where you have magicians say pick a card, any card, right? Now, these tricks are cool, but in my opinion, they are very, very boring because it just kind of ends up the same way. You know, you pick a card, you leave it into the thing, and then they find it. So we're going to switch it up a bit, okay? I'm going to take half the deck and we're going to flip it over. And then from there, we are going to take these two halves and we are going to mix them so they'll be face up and face down. And then from there, that should have mixed up all these cards, so now we have a deck of face up and face down cards. I'll have them right here for you so you can see. And now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna have you choose a card, okay? After these few cuts and after these shuffles and whatnot. So there's the first one, here's the second one, and the third one. Now, at any point in time, please just pull out a face down card. This one. Okay, go ahead and take a look at that one. Show everybody, make sure I can see it, I'll turn around. Perfect. And then now we're going to choose a new location for this card. So at any point in time, just say stop. Ready, set, and stop. Cool. Go ahead and place your card right into there. Thank you. And now what we're going to do is we're going to split up the pack into two. And I'll leave these inside of the box. Hopefully your card is still in here. Let's see which club you had. So from here, this goes from ace, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. We're missing the 5 of clubs. Did you have the 5 of clubs?
I did.
Awesome. So let's try this here. You saw me enact a change in this pile, so watch with this pile. You'll see that all these mixed cards suddenly are all going to be facing proper orientation, leaving just one right here facing the wrong way. That should look familiar to you.
There it is.
Thank you.
Now, if you know anything about me, by far my favorite store in any Disney park is going to be Disneyana, where they have all of the artwork and where I tend to get myself into most amount of trouble. Of course, this used to be the Main Street USA Bank, where you could buy your Disney dollars. And this is where the bank tellers used to be. And I always love to point this out, the original vault. You notice here's a little trick for you. The original vault by Bank of America with the original barcode number right there. And this is where they'd keep all the Disney dollars. And believe it or not, I actually have a piece that I bought that was in here, in the vault. It wasn't cheap, but it wasn't crazy expensive. But I thought it was funny that I actually bought a piece that was being displayed here in the vault. I do love these pieces showing Walt. Here, one of the animatronics from Pirates of the Caribbean. The ones that have a check with Walt's signature are absolutely amazing. Those ones are very expensive. And it's always cool when you can come in here and see one of the artists sketching away. This is something that I haven't noticed in this shop before. Of course, I haven't been here in a long time, but these are original 1950 Disneyland photographs for $450 each. But they are originals. 1950s. You know, Disneyland opened in 1955. You get a little piece of Disney history here. Love it. Here are some of the other pieces that are being showcased. Oh, Lord, wifey would love this one. Big Cinderella fan she is. Now these are really cool because they're actually made out of real redwood. It's one of the reasons why they're so expensive. Like this Mickey Mouse right here is $1,800. And you know my favorite character is Pluto, so I'm pretty happy I don't see a Pluto in here right now, because that would probably get me into a lot of trouble. So here we got some real signatures here. Love these. This is the Gunther leasing. Of course, this is going to be the most expensive because you have his original signature, Walt Disney, and his hooch. Beautiful photograph here. $24,000. Oh, they do have one with a check with Walt Disney on it. There we go. This is a $500 check here, signed by Walt Disney. That $500 check is now worth $22,000. Oh, and how cool is this? You got the Silly Symphony's actual letterhead. That is awesome. From the Hyperion. That is so cool. This one's only $3,000 because it doesn't have a signature on it, but that is really, really awesome. One of the most popular souvenirs people line up for are these hand-cut silhouettes. And it comes with two of them. You can get a standard cut for $11.99 or a premium cut, which I'm not sure what the difference is. Maybe the type of paper that you use, for $14.99. And then you can also purchase a nice little frame to go along with it. But it's probably one of the cheapest souvenirs that you're going to get here. So they are very popular. Our great president, Mr. Lincoln, is taking a break today. Sorry, President Lincoln. Not today, my friend. Not today. No. Oh my goodness. It's my hero. There he is, in person. Oh my goodness. Oh, I love you, Pluto. It's Pluto. I love him so much.
at Disneyland. Again, we're excited to be here to share some great Disney music with all of you. Now, we started with Never Had a Friend Like Me, the song that the genie sings to Aladdin. We gotta give a special round of applause to our genie over here on the lead trumpet. Very nice. Well, now I'd like to move to the two main things. My talking man along and our 10,000 airplanes. We invite you to be our guest. And you know, there are a lot of great Disney characters. Which brings to mind a question that I have for the band. I mean, to ask you, do you have a favorite Disney character? Yes! These are a lot of great answers. Well, you know, I have a favorite Disney character, and I think I'll get into what exactly what I'm talking about. That is, it's the middle road. He was chased for reporters by a horse named Maximus. He stumbled upon a tall tower and got huge light, hit him in the face with my hand. Of course, I'm talking about Eugene Fitzherbert. Then, really right? If we get all tangled up with an adventure like Playing and Rapunzel, that would kind of make today. The best day ever! I don't get the facts on that, so that was first time that got some solos for combination, and so we have time for one more musical adventure, and this time we'd like to take you to the savannas of Africa. The music tells the story of a young lion cub who runs away from home, makes new friends, but eventually returns, taking his place as the king of Pride Rock. We are very proud to feature our rock and drummers out here, Matt, Alex, and you. Getting us started with a little touch.
The Disneyland band always amazes me just the level of perfection that they have, from their crescendos to diminuendos. It's not too loud, it's not too soft, to the choreography. Everything about them is just, it's flawless. It is, they're just amazing. They're just, every time they come out, I'm just in like, wow. Wow, wow, wow. For someone who was in marching band, myself in high school, I really can appreciate just that level of perfection that they always perform up to. Great job, guys. Go right in there. All right. Sit down right here. All right. Let's see. Hey, can you beat me?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see if you can beat me. You can. All right. Shoot him up there, shoot him up there. Shoot the target, shoot the target, shoot the target. I can't even see where I'm shooting. Oh, get up there, get up there, get up there, get up there. Don't forget up there. Oh, this way. This way. Over here, over here, over here. Oh my goodness. There we go. Oh, gotta get that triangle. The triangle! Oh, this way, this way, this way. Oh, the triangle, get the triangle, the triangle, the triangle, the triangle. You got it, good job. Oh, these ones. How'd we do? Okay, you got 2,700. 33,200. Oh boy. You did great though. High five. Do you guys want to go to a secret lounge with me? All right, let's go. So, somewhat new, right above the Star Wars launch bay, you have the new DVC lounge. I've never been up there, so let's go check it out. So to get to the DVC lounge, you're going to enter just like you would the Star Wars launch bay, and then you'll show the cast member your DVC membership card, and then they should direct you up to the lounge. I'm gonna follow the sign to the Disney Vacation Club Star View Station Member Lounge. And then you'll check in right here with the cast member. All right, so while the Fam Bam is gonna go in the elevator, I am gonna take you guys up the stairs. So again, this is right in the middle of the Star Wars launch bay, and it is nice and cold in here. There's nobody else in here, I think because they don't have any of the characters here right now. But here is the member lounge. Look at this. How cool is this? The elevator will drop you off right there. Nice spot to take pictures. All right, Fam Bam is here. Jordan's gonna take us to our table. Nice place to get your photos in. What's up, buddy? Hi. That's nice. They call them airlocks, all the different places you can visit as a DVC member. The video is not sponsored by Disney Vacation Club by any means. This is really nice. Wow. Welcome to your private lounge. So they assign you guys a table and you could stay there as long as you want. Pending there's not a ton of people here, then they probably do have some sort of how many hours you could stay up here. But right now, not a lot of people up here at all. She said that there was a little rush in the very beginning when the park opened, but not anymore, and it's nice. It's getting really hot out there. I love some of the artwork that they have here. Lots of places to sit, and you get your own dedicated table. You have a yes, we did go. Well, I've been on this ship. You've been on similar ships. This is the Disney Dream. We just got off the Disney Treasure, which I've just done an entire trip on. I'm about to start putting up those videos, so make sure you are subscribed to the channel. All the free soft drinks, hot chocolate, coffee that your heart desires. Cheers to you. A little spot for the kids here where you can watch some Disney cartoons. You have some Mary Blair artwork action up here. Very, very nice. You have your own dedicated restrooms. I really like the theming here. Very true to the whole Tomorrowland space station motif here. Got the Tomorrowland astronauts. You remember this? This was like back in 1967 when they opened, Tomorrowland and did the whole presentation of Space Mountain when they opened it. Remember, this is what the costumes look like. And this is one of the original costumes. This is so cool. I've never seen this before. What do you think, wifey?
Hi.
You got your
Love
hands
it.
full?
Yes. Free. But points are not free.
Points are not free. No, they're not. So you got some Cheez-Its here for snacks. I was actually hoping they'd have a little bit more selection on the snacks part, but you do have quite the selection when it comes to beverages. This is what you got. There's no alcohol up here. If you want alcohol, you're going to have to spend a lot more money and go to Club 33. All right, Disney fans, you know what this is, right? This was Walt's original concept for the experimental prototype of tomorrow, or what you know as Epcot. Beautiful mural of that. Before Space Mountain, before Star Tours, we had this ride. You guys remember that? Remember what that was called? If you do, leave a comment down below. We got some DVC trivia for you right here. And if you guys want to get some sun, you can come right out here to the terrace. And you got this whole place all to yourselves, overlooking Tomorrowland, or as I like to call it, Yesterland. Come on, Disney, what are we gonna do about this? It can't just sit like this for 30 plus years. Please, hashtag fix the people mover. But look at this view from up here. Look at this view. You know what these chairs, looking at this view means? Fireworks. What a perfect spot. So what do you guys think about the new DVC member lounge here on the second level? I think it's pretty cool. I mean, look, there's like nobody up here. Nobody. And it's currently, let's see, what time is it? It is 1:20 in the afternoon. Peak time. Nobody up here. Pretty awesome. You got a great view. You got your monorail shot over here. Looks like they actually have both tracks running. Matterhorn. This poor relic. You know my thoughts on this. Got our Space Mountain right here, and what a great spot to just come sit and chill. So If you are a DVC member, the rule is a member plus 4 guests. So if you have 2 members on the contract, you can bring 8 guests plus those 2 members. But yeah, this is a nice place to just come, chill, relax. The only negative thing I would say is that I don't see any places to charge your phones at the on the couches or chairs or on the tables. I'm sure they do have plugs in the wall, but that would be the only thing I could say that they could improve upon, is maybe get some chargers at the sitting areas. Other than that, this place is a win for me. All right, now we are about to go inside and meet Darth Vader. Very dark. Very, very dark.
Please wait here behind this square.
We have intercepted a transmission sent by a rebel spy.
Oh my God.
Now that we know you are here, we will find out who you are.
Uh-oh.
Come closer. The path to the dark side is not an easy one, but it is your destiny. Are you ready to accept it? Here, beside me, the dark side welcomes you. That is excellent. This way. Oh my God. Your support is noted. Your betrayal of the Empire is disappointing. Sorry. Let us proceed. Impressive. You recognize the power of the dark side. Go, young one. Consider carefully what you have learned.
That was painful.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness, we made it out of there alive. That was definitely a close call. Let me tell you, if you've never had the Force used against you, it is painful. I can't remember the last time I actually rode the monorail here at Disneyland, but hey, let's do it. Get to the monorail, right next to the Utopia and the submarines. I don't think there's really a line for it. It's kind of a cool little queue. It takes you over by the submarines, by the waterfall, towards the backside of water. And the really cool part about getting on the monorail here at Disneyland is, unlike Walt Disney World, where it's really just a mode of transportation, here it's a ride. You get on here, it'll take you to downtown Disney, and then right back here again. Look at that view of the water. How cool is that? Such a cool view. The water and of the submarines. What a perfect day. Couldn't have asked for any better weather. All right, we'll get as forward as we can. Once upon a time, you used to ride in the front, but not anymore. All right, Walt Disney World, I have a question for you. When are you guys gonna upgrade? Right? This is so much nicer. Now I will say, Disney World's cabs are a lot larger. You don't have to fold your strollers. Here in Disneyland's monorail, the cabs are smaller. You do have to fold your strollers, unless you're going to do a circle tour, then you can just leave it outside. Because again, here at Disneyland, it's really not a mode of transportation, it's a ride. And did you know it is the fastest ride in the entire park? If you didn't know, now you do. And if you were curious, here at Disneyland, we have the Mark 7. I actually thought that was pretty cool. It's been a long time since I've ridden the monorail here in Disneyland, but 2.5 mile round trip if you're here in the park. I think it's really underestimated. A lot of people don't do it, so highly recommended. Did you know that Walt Disney kidnapped President Nixon on the monorail? Look it up. Do you guys remember when this was the boat rides where you could drive your own boat? I miss those days. If you are as old as I am, tell me if you remember this ride. Looks like It's a Small World is currently It's a Closed World. I wonder what they're doing here. If you guys know what they're doing, or if it's just regular maintenance that they do to touch everything up, let me know. I'm curious. What are they doing to It's a Small World? All right, we're going to drop into Mickey's Toontown. The last time I was here, they were still doing construction on Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. It is open, so let's go check it out. Population crazy packed. I love the tea, because the tea's my boy, Pluto. And here we go. Entering the world of tunes. And there it is, Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. I really like the front aesthetics of it, like a movie theater. It's no man's Chinese theater, but I think it works perfectly into the theme here in Toontown. Where else would you put this ride? We got this new fountain here that they put right in front. Kids get to splash around in it. Looks pretty cool. I like it. All right, 55-minute wait, but we're doing it because I haven't done it here yet in the El Capitan Theater. Now, I know that the queue for this line is very, very different than the one in Florida, but I hear it's really awesome. Hi, can I get a ticket, please? Well, okay, I'll just take your word for it. This way? This way. I do like that this queue is all indoors, because it's hot out there. So we have all the regular movies, but they've been toonified. Toonies instead of Newsies. Minnie Mouse, or Mickey Mouse. And I shrunk the nieces. We have Goofy Friday instead of Freaky Friday. What else we have over here? The absent-minded Professor Von Drake. With my boy Pluto there. And then, of course, our main event here, the perfect picnic. You're the star, Pluto. You're the star. We love you. It's all about you. Remember, it was all started by a mouse. Little nod to Steamboat Willie, his wheel right there. Looks like we're celebrating Mickey's birthday. It's really important to know that this is a prop cake. It's not real. Trust us. We've tried it. Yep, they're right. It's not real. You guys remember this cartoon? Oh, I remember this one from my childhood. Chip and Dale getting into mischief. And these guys, oh, Chip and Dale. Hello? Oh, hi. The 70s is calling. Got some Mickey and Mickey disco. It looks like Goofy's hat's a little tied up at the moment. Oh boy. That looks unsafe. Oh, look at this concession stand. How cool is this? All of these delicious treats that we can't eat, but they make it look like a movie theater. When was the last time you spent only $11 on a movie theater? Got some popcorn over here, and it actually smells like popcorn. Oh boy, somebody spilt the ketchup and the cheese. There's some mustard. They didn't spill the mustard. Oh yeah. Uh-oh. What's going on there? Some extra hot sauce.
Beautiful day for a picnic.
Nope, we're off to the farm.
See y'all there.
Nothing can stop us now. We're in trouble.
Oh, hiya, folks. Want to take a ride on the train? Excuse me, you there.
Who, me?
Do you mind helping these good people into the cartoon while I fix this here locomotive?
That sounds like a lot of paperwork, but sure.
Thanks. Be back in a jiffy to pick you all up.
Alright, throw some money then I guess. Have fun in the cartoon.
This is my favorite ride.
Oh, so this is so cool. I was
Runaway train. Runaway train.
Can you all hear me way back in the back? Welcome aboard, folks. We're ready for a relaxing ride around the park. Hey, folks. Hey, picking me up. Where was waiting? What could possibly go
I must have hit that track switch.
Oh no, here's the waterfall! Hold your breath! Let's dance.
Come. It's so nice to see you. Come on in. Don't be shy. That's right. Everyone to your positions. Ready and... play together? Oh. Now, let's
Oh no! Now we're in the back of the train.
Yes, I'll just press all the buttons and see what happens. If you don't have any other plans, well, hey, picnickers, told you nothing was gonna go wrong.
Nothing can stop us now. I think so.
What'd you guys think? I thought that that was so cool. But it's the end. Honestly. Now I've been on the one here in Disneyland and the one in Florida, and I gotta tell you, I like this one more. The ride itself is identical, but the queue alone, for me, makes it better because I feel like you're fully engulfed in the whole Toon movies. 10 out of 10. This was awesome. 55-minute wait. We only waited 35 minutes, so I call that a win. Of course, you exit here into a gift shop in true Disney fashion. But everything, the line, even the gift shop, the little train right up here. How cool is that? The animation, the level of detail, so awesome. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments. Have you been on this ride? And if not, when are you coming? All right, wifey, tell me, you've been on the one in Florida, you've been on the one here. Which one do you like more?
They're the same. Well, I like them both. I mean, the one here, you don't, when you're waiting, you're not in the sun. Disney, Florida, you're like in the heat. Here, you're in the cold. You're in the AC place.
You know, that's very true. Florida, you gotta wait in the heat.
In the heat.
But here, it's like nice and air conditioned.
Yep.
Good point. Good point.
Not bad. I actually liked it.
I really like it. I like this one more though.
The queue is different.
The queue is different. I like this one more. Which one do you guys like more? Let me know in the comments down below. Which one do you like more and why? Right in front of Mickey Mouse's house, which is also a meet and greet. So this area of artificial turf. And this is where they had the original fountain. And I gotta tell you, I miss it. I really like that fountain. But now it's just kind of a sitting area. They do have the other new fountain in front of the El Capitan, but I think they should have kept both. What do you guys think? We got Minnie Mouse's house right here, Donald Duck's house right there, Goofy's house right here. And I gotta tell you, my favorite, this one because it's, you know, the colors of Pluto. And Pluto is by far my favorite. This area is kind of new, this whole playground area for the kids. I think that's a really, really good idea that they added that. I think I'm a little too big of a kid to go on that though. There we go, the Good Boy Market. Love Pluto. Here outside of Roger Rabbit's Cartoon Spin, this is another area where they used to have a fountain right here that they just replaced with artificial turf. Disney, why are you removing all the pretty fountains? This was the original ride here in Toontown. Still a fun one. Let's see, what's the wait on this? 40 minutes for Roger Rabbit. All right, verdict is we're doing Roger Rabbit's Cartoon Spin. Here we go. Right. Here we go.
It's going to push down the lap bar for everyone if you're ready. Going to push right back up.
All right, who's driving? Are you driving?
Yeah.
Are you sure? You know how to drive a cab? Oh, I hope so. Here we go.
Wanna spin? Come on. Holy smokes, Roger! We've been there!
Now get away from this pouring that dip, boys. One side.
Whoa! 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 Whoa, who's driving this thing?
Hey! We're coming!
Oh no, dip!
Oh, thank you.
The end. Whoa! Again? Whoa! What'd you think of that?
Look, I want to do it again.
You want to do it again? I thought you were driving.
Well, it was crazy.
It was crazy. I ended up driving. All right. Beep beep. I literally cannot remember the last time I went on that ride. It has been so long. The kids don't even know the movie Roger Rabbit because it came out so long ago, which makes me feel even older. But, you know, 40-minute wait, we only waited like 25 minutes. So, good times. We've officially rode every ride in Toontown. I remember the last time I was at Disneyland and got a frozen banana. I feel like they got them smaller though. But you know what? This is gonna hit the spot. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Ow. This is like a rock. I literally cannot bite into this. Oh my gosh. What are they using on these frozen bananas to? This is so hard. All right. From Frontierland, you know where we're going, right? We're going to a different planet, Battu. I always enjoy looking at the ground and seeing where they cross over from this sort of, you know, old Western to right here. You start seeing the tracks. And then all of a sudden, you go from the wood to the rock work, and then bam, we're on the planet of Battu. So let's see what Star Wars Galaxy's Edge has in store for us. When I looked on the map, Rise of the Resistance was at a 70-minute wait. I'd like to get on it. We'll see. We'll see. Right now we are in Rebel territory. Oh my goodness. Scary. I love the sound effects that they pump into this land. Pretty awesome. Probably my favorite place in Disneyland because it's just so well themed. There's a lady named Olga that lives up there. I think she owns this cantina. The Millennium Falcon never gets old, right? Yeah. Probably the single most coolest thing in Disneyland now. All right, we're doing this Rise of the Resistance. 60-minute wait time. The time is now 6:15. We'll see. And hopefully the ride doesn't break down right before we get on it. Because that is a thing.
BB-8, is everyone assembled? Good. Shouldn't you be in flight prep? Recruits, thank you for joining the cause. A covert resistance team led by my friend Finn has infiltrated a First Order Star Destroyer that is now headed to this system. Your outpost on Battu is no longer safe. We have transports waiting to take you to General Organa's secret base on Pucara. I'll regroup with you there. The Resistance desperately needs your help in our fight against Kylo Ren and the First Order. Remember, it is vital that you keep the location of the Pucara base secret. Lieutenant Beck, one of our top commanders, will lead you.
Affirmative. Transport is ready. 9-Num and I shall personally see them delivered.
Thank you, Lieutenant. Welcome to the cause. May the Force be with us.
Commander Poe Dameron and a squadron of X-Wings shall escort us to the rendezvous point on Pucara.
Roger, this is Black Leader. I hear you're a fine-looking group of recruits. Well, no time to waste. Let's get you on your way to the General.
Deck is in motion. Recruits crossing to transport.
Initiate re-flight sequence. Affirmative. Engines are hot. Red 2, Blue 5, report. Red 2, check.
Blue 5 standing by.
Engage repulsors and hold on, recruits. All ships, launch. I am Lieutenant Beck. As you heard from Ray, I have been tasked with getting you to Pucara. Red 2, Blue 5, keep tight now. Let's get ready to make that jump to light speed on my mark. Black Leader, we're picking up an unusual signal. Are you spotting anything? Yeah, I see it. We'll check it out. BB-8, what do you got? There appear to be a number of small craft heading our way. Raise the shields. We hear the company. First Order TIE Fighters. Wheel up. Wheel up. Red 2, Blue 5, we gotta clear the path so transport can make the jump.
Red 2, more incoming. Blue 5 taking evasive action.
Try to shake him, Blue.
I'm trying, but...
We lost Blue 5. I'm gonna try to jump on the right. Copy that. Get us clear so we can make the jump. Are you ready? You won't have much time. Where are all those TIE fighters coming from?
Get there. One ending.
Star Destroyers. We can't. We're caught in a tractor beam. It's pulling us in.
Surprise and make this a fair fight. Don't worry, I'll come back for you. Stay strong.
Is there anything we can do, Nine? No, the tractor beam will be too strong.
Cargo vessel TR-141, identify yourselves and prepare to be boarded.
This is TR-141. We are a civilian vessel. By whose authority are we being detained?
By the authority of the First Order, Resistance scum. Now bring down your shields and prepare to be boarded.
They'll get out there.
They'll want the location of our secret base. Tell them nothing. The future of the Resistance is at stake. I have a bad feeling about this. Stand back from those doors.
Stay inside, quickly.
Remember those colors you were assigned. If you find that difficult, best of luck. Any questions, comments, or concerns, keep them to yourselves. Hiding behind the top. Forget your color.
Yes, General. Enemies of the First Order, we will soon snuff out your meager resistance. You chose the wrong side, and now you will pay. The Resistance business.
You have what I want. You know the location of the secret base, and I will take it from you.
We are needed on the bridge.
Keep the prisoners here. I will return to finish this personally.
Boys are programmed to return you to Battu. Hurry and don't get caught. Lieutenant Beck will guide you.
Recruits, for your safety, stay seated with seatbelts securely fastened. Keep hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the transport and supervise your children. Tell them it's a prisoner transfer. Did it work? Good. Now get a move on. There's a clear path to the turbo lifts at the end of the hallway. Turn right. Probe droid. You're lucky it didn't spot you. Take those turbo lifts and stay out of trouble.
Hey, you're not authorized. Wait, they go to the prisoners.
Your cover is blown. Find the There's two droids anyway.
These snake bodies just follow us. Take on the shell. Hurry!
does not look good. Try to find another way down to the escape pods.
The Resistance will attempt to rescue the prisoners.
They have neither the resources nor the courage to engage us.
You underestimate their conviction. Raise the shields!
Shields? I see no evidence.
Now!
Sound the alarm! All personnel to their stations! Sir, the prisoners have escaped.
How brave, but ultimately hopeless. There's nowhere to run. There's no escape. You tell me the location of the secret base, and then I will destroy you and the Resistance.
Oh boy, here's the free fall. Hang on.
Your escape pods came in a little off target. Ground crews will meet you outside the wreck.
Oh, we survived!
Nice job, recruits. Not what you signed on for, but hey, you're Resistance now. I think I have that authority. Right, Beck? Where's the lieutenant? I need eyes on Beck. Line up. Stand for his pod beacon.
More escape pods down in Sector 4. Verification and...
We lived.
Yeah. Beck! You're alive! I should hope so. Great job, recruits. Thanks to your heroism, the location of the Resistance base.
We survived! We survived, buddy. High five. Yes. Woo. Barely. Woo. Let's get out before they capture us again. Still by far the best ride in Disneyland and California Adventure, in my opinion. If you disagree with me, tell me why. I really want to know. It said 60 minutes. We waited maybe 35. That seems to be the theme of today. A lot of the wait times have been much, much less. And I think maybe that's because they're trying to divert crowds to other areas. But I was very happily surprised it was only 30-35 minutes. I don't think I've ever waited less than an hour for this ride. And just the amount of theming and the interactive queue, you just don't get better than Rise of the Resistance. Always for me, a 10 out of 10. This is pretty much how I feel after the buffet on the cruise ship. Probably look like that too. Sleeping, always sleeping, aren't you, buddy? You're so cute. Fam Bam's getting a little hungry, so I think we're gonna hit up Ronto Roasters behind me. Now, this robot, this guy right here, he has been doing this rotisserie for what, 6 years now? I don't know if he's ever changed them, but they gotta be well done. Really well done. He's just been roasting them for years. Believe it or not, this is actually the first time I've actually seen Tiana's Bayou Adventure. and it was closed for the majority of the day. Now, of course, that it's nighttime and a little bit colder, now it's open, 45-minute wait. But I think I'm gonna have to come back for this one because I just don't feel like getting soaked here at night. But it does look very pretty. So this is the new Madame Leota's Somewhere Beyond shop, which I have been looking forward to checking out. How cool is this? Now this is cool. The theming in here is awesome. I just bought one of these in Florida. Look, I could have come right here to buy it. One other thing I do notice about the merchandise is everything that's in Florida, it's here. Everything that's here, that's pretty much in Florida. Of course, except for like the clothing that specifically has, you know, Disneyland or Walt Disney World on it. This is really cool. I like this. I like that a lot. Oh, and there's another one up there too of actually Madame Leota. I like that. I like this Haunted Mansion hat. Oh, that is cool. Oh, I like that. Something really cool just happened, a little bit of Disney magic. We are waiting for Fantasmic in the back, and this cast member came up to us and was like, hey, would you guys like a better seat? And we're like, yeah, of course. So now, we're right here in the very front, ready to see Fantasmic. Awesome. You know, I always said,
Oh, okay.
as magical as Disney can be, it really has nothing to do with Disney. It's all about the cast members. So, wherever you are, cast member, thank you. All right, you ready for Fantasmic? Let's have a magical show.
And now friends go! Woo! Woo! Friends go abracadabra, and then make the stuff to be something. I'm on the job. Now have
horizontal, far greater than yours, may awaken. But beware, only the bravest may uncover the mystery. Dost thou have the courage?
I don't know about this.
Dare you look deeper? Then, behold.
I'll turn that little mouse's dream into a nightmare Fantasmic. Imagine this. Magic mirror on the wall. All the forces of evil I call.
You have the power to
Control his mind.
Oh, yes. How exciting. Let's do it. I admit that in the past I've been a nasty. They weren't kidding when they...
Disney has to offer. Well, Epcot's got to run for their money too, but Fantasmic is just awesome. I noticed a little bit different music since the last time I saw, a little bit more IP going on. And I don't know if the dragon wasn't working, because no dragon. We just had Maleficent, who set the rivers of America on fire. But either way, what a great spot. Front and center. I really hope you enjoyed it. All right, don't go anywhere. We're staying put, because next we have the fireworks.
makes you think this photo up?
Welcome, foolish mortals. The happy haunts have received your sympathetic vibrations and are beginning to materialize. They're assembling for a swinging way. No flash pictures. Please. As the windows creak and the tombstones quake. Happy haunts materialize. Bring us out to socialize. Now don't close your eyes and don't try to hide. Shrouded in a dark disguise. Bring us out to socialize. As the moon climbs high over the meadow trees. Creepy creeps in the eyes. Bring us out to socialize. Restless bones etherealize. Bring us out to socialize.
It's you.
joining us for Mickey's Mix Magic. Enjoy the rest of your visit here at the happiest place on earth.
Wow. All I have to say to that show is wow. That was so cool, and I've never had a spot right here in front of Rivers of America listening to that dance music, the projections on the water screen with the fireworks right in front of you. That was awesome. Let me know what you guys thought. I'm still like, wow. Wow. It's a perfect spot. So cool. Or should I say, so magic cool. All right, for the Haunted Mansion, it's only a 15-minute wait, and I know that they've done some work in here with the garden. So let's check out the new queue here at the Haunted Mansion. This is one of the new trees and the new fountain. Very, very pretty. And artificial turf. There's a sundial here. This is actually the little sundial there. And the pet cemetery right here. I really like what they've done. They moved the pet cemetery on this side, and it looks really, really good. 15 minutes? Not at all. Walk on. Absolute walk on. I think, honestly, it was really busy in the beginning of the day, but I'd say towards 1 o'clock, it didn't seem busy at all anymore. And you couldn't even buy tickets, like if you went on the website. So I'm wondering if Disney's actually starting to listen when people were saying the park is too crowded, because half of the day it wasn't crowded at all. All right, we're also going to be testing out this low light mode on the DJI. Enjoy the Haunted Mansion, everyone.
Through the halls, whenever candlelights flicker, where the air is deathly still. When ghosts are present, practicing their terror with ghoulish delight.
It's gonna be so jump scare. It's gonna be so jump scare.
And make room for everyone. There's no turning back now. Our tour begins here in this gallery, where you see paintings of some of our guests as they appeared in their corruptible, mortal state. They trace an aura of foreboding, almost as though you sense a disquieting metamorphosis. Is this haunted room actually stretching? Or is it your imagination? And consider this dismaying observation. This chamber has no windows and no doors. Which offers you this chilling challenge to find a way out. Of course, there's always my way.
Wait, I feel like I'm back in the bar.
There are several prominent ghosts who have retired here from creepy old crypts all over the world. Actually, we have 999 happy haunts here, but there's room for 1,000. Any volunteers?
Oh, you can see that. Whoa.
Be sensitive to bright lights.
I do not remember this portrait. Is this new? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. Is this a new portrait?
Wherever you dwell, give us a hint by ringing a bell. Serpents and spiders, tail of a rat, call in the spirits wherever they're at.
The happy haunts have received your sympathetic vibrations and are beginning to materialize. They're assembling. Wait. You'll be expecting me. I'll see you a little later.
We have been unavoidably detained by cranky spirits. Kindly remain seated in your doom buggy, please. We will continue our tour momentarily.
Can you guys spot where the hidden Mickey is? They're always changing it.
Playful spooks have interrupted our tour. Please remain seated in your doom buggy. We will proceed in just a moment.
They changed where the bride was at. She's now a screen. She used to be here in person. There's my favorite guy. That box ghost. Poor dog. So skinny. Somebody feed the dog.
So right for the midnight train. Hurry, be quick, sweetie. Bring me ghosts out to socialize. Sleep in the camera, ring the bell, the influence, we must get this well. Christmas falls with your lights, rises from paradise. When a group does bring them to I feel my superior life. We ain't too organized. Bring me ghosts out to socialize.
You are. And just in time. There's a little matter I forgot to say. Beware of hitchhiking ghosts. They have selected you to fill our system, and they'll haunt you until you return. Now I will raise the safety bar, and a ghost will follow you home.
Another thing that I wanted to mention about Haunted, because there's some other things that I saw in there, some portraits and that cat. That wasn't in here the last time I was there. They moved the bride, where she's like a hologram now instead of a physical bride. I am actively working on editing our trip, our 1-week cruise on the Disney Wish. And on the Disney Wish, they have the Haunted Mansion parlor. And I have to tell you, going in that Haunted Mansion parlor and now going on the actual ride, I got to tell you, it was even better than when I was on the ship. Because coming off of that and going into the actual ride and really comparing the two so close together in time, I got to say, stay tuned for when I post our trip aboard the Disney Wish. You're going to love that Haunted Mansion parlor. So stay tuned for that. I think they did a really good job here in Haunted Mansion, the renovations they did. Good job, Disney. All right, I believe this is going to be the last ride of the night, Pirates of the Caribbean, and it is a walk-on. What is going on? I know it's a Monday, but these rides are just walk-ons right now. I've been coming to Disneyland my entire life, and I've never really experienced rides that are just walk-ons unless it's like a special event. But today, I mean, even when a ride said it was 70 minutes, it was only like 35. So whatever's going on today, I'm happy. Let's go ride Pirates of the Caribbean. Royale 21. If you know, you know. I'll never know. I love the smell of bromine in the water. It smells so good. You can even get candles that have that smell of Disney water. It smells so good.
All hands prepare to go ashore by sea.
Come seek an adventure and solve the old pirates, eh?
All right, everybody, hang on. Oh boy.
There be squalls.
Hang on tight, everybody. Here we go. That's not a little wet, that's a lot wet. I think that's the wettest I've ever got on this ride. They definitely turned up the wetness. Okay, one more drop. One more drop. Here we go again. Whoa! All right, I didn't get as wet on that one. Little secret, that is a real skull. There's the huge one at the end, though.
Properly warned ye be, says I. Who knows when that evil curse will strike the greedy beholders of this bewitched treasure. Dead men tell. Perhaps he knows too much. He's seen the cursed treasure. You know where it be. Now proceed at your own risk. Please be the last. You may not survive.
I'm getting wet again. That poor mayor. They're drowning the mayor.
Johnny Depp. Sparrow, speak up, or do you fancy a swim?
Strike your feathers, dear. Show 'em your flock.
Hey, send them hints of Davy Jones. It's the rum they want. Drink up, me hearties. Yo-ho!
Weigh anchor now, you swabbies. What be I offered for these hearty heads? Every one an egglet.
Interesting that they're auctioning off the hens now and not the women.
Search all you want, Captain Jack Sparrow. You'll never find the treasure without a look at this here map and this lovely key to the treasure.
Can't you reach any further, you stub-winged bilge rat?
I'm still going quick. Don't scare.
They're scared.
Shooting guns around explosives is never a good idea, kids. Oh boy. Oh boy. Here comes the biggest drop of them all.
Nope.
I shall take this paltry sum as a stipend to cover my expenses.
You've been known so long to pass this way again.
Mark my words. We'll meet again. The box will be seen.
Big drop! Woo! Made you look. Pirates of the Caribbean, always a fun time. I got really wet. Like, I've never gotten that wet on this ride. Like, my rear end is absolutely soaked. So, cast member said maybe it was the weight distribution. I don't know what she's trying to say. But definitely got wet. And when they were splashing the cannons, again, direct hit. Really wet. Are you guys getting more wet on Pirates of the Caribbean than normal? Let me know in the comments down below. Classic ride though, right? Pirates. It looks like Indiana Jones is also down. Maybe they're doing some refurbishments. But the Jungle Book is open. Just come over here and say hi to Walt and Mickey in front of their castle. Doesn't get old, does it? Some Disney trivia for you guys. On your average day here at Disneyland, how many corn dogs do you think they make? Let me tell you. Today, 10,200 corn dogs. If it's a busy day, like on a Friday or Saturday during the summer, maybe double that. That's a lot of corn dogs. And it's been a long time since I've had a Disneyland corn dog. Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah. Unlike that frozen banana, which practically broke my teeth, this one is very soft. And I gotta tell you, it's not about the dog, it's about the batter. Whatever sort of magical batter recipe that they use here, yeah, this is worth like $10.50 for a corn dog.
Worth it.
Best corn dog on the planet, in my opinion. What do you guys think? Well, we more than shut the park down. Park closes at midnight and it is about 12:38 in the morning. So that is going to do it. We had a pretty full day. We didn't get here at rope drop, which was 8 a.m. We got here about at 10 a.m. And I survived the whole day with only one monster, so, you know, out of my back for that. Today was interesting. A lot of new stuff that I hadn't seen before. Most of it I like. What was really interesting was the whole crowd situation. It wasn't as busy towards the second half of the day as I really thought it should be, you know, and closer to, you know, after 7, the lines were pretty much walk-ons. You couldn't even buy a cash ticket if you wanted to. So I am curious if Disney is starting to listen to its customers complaining that the parks are always too busy. Because towards the end, we were just walking on everything. So that was really, really good. But yeah, today you couldn't get a reservation if you had I was about to say a annual pass, a magic key, and you know, I don't have a magic key, so I paid cash just like everybody else did. But I had a really good time, and I hope you did too. So many rides we didn't get to go on that I definitely need to come back and hit up. One of them is Tiana's, since I haven't been on that since it was Splash Mountain. We didn't get on any rides in Adventureland, which there's really only one that's open right now, which is the Jungle Book. Indiana Jones is closed. Didn't get on Space Mountain, but we did a lot of really cool things. We got to go to the DVC Lounge. That was really awesome. And I think the kids had fun. I think everybody had fun. I hope you had fun. We had an amazing view of Fantasmic and the fireworks. What more could you ask for? The weather was beautiful. If you had as much of a magical day as I did, do me a huge favor, subscribe to the channel. Click on that bell notification icon and give it a big thumbs up. Really appreciate it. Lots more to come. 2 whole weeks in Walt Disney World, a whole week at the Riviera, another week at the Grand Floridian, and a whole week on board the brand new Disney Treasure. So stay tuned for that, and I hope you had a magical, magical evening, and I will see you on the next adventure. Take care of yourselves, and of course, each other. Peace.